Today we're talking with Rob, the VP of Operations at Wheels Fields, and we're going to talk about the Wheels Fields processes. Great to chat with you, Rob. First, let's talk about product development and engineering. Can you walk us through the technical journey from measuring a vehicle to finalizing the storage system? What tools and methods do you use to ensure quality?
Sure. So we start with a raw vehicle, and we use a laser system, Clarity, and we scan the unit to get the full outline of your base that we're going to put the unit in, including mounting points. And from that point, it's lasered it out on a project for us that we are allowed to design a custom unit for the specific vehicle itself. So once we have it into a project that we're developing from Clarity, we then go to the design stages. We take it from the design stages, and then from there it goes into manufacturing. We produce one unit and assure that it can be built and stay in the unit. And from there it goes into processes where we develop procedures and processes for the specific units and provide training.
How do you adapt designs for different SUV models? Are there universal principles, or is each system truly custom?
We are currently working on a universal system for vehicles, but the majority of all of our vehicles are custom made to the vehicle. The scanning that we provide is the actual shape of the vehicle. We work with the manufacturers on the type of bolting that's used in there. But yes, all of that is done within the scanning of the vehicle itself. The majority of our products are custom made to a vehicle, but as I said, we are coming up with some universal products.
Very cool. Very cool. What prototyping technologies do you use? How many iterations does it typically take before a design can get into production?
So our prototyping is based on demand from customers. We get demand from customers. We select the vehicles that will fit our product, and we do the scanning on them, and that's what creates our prototypes for new designs.
Let's talk about the materials you use in manufacturing. What materials do you utilize in these products and why? How do you balance requirements for weight and durability and cost?
So we're currently using a plywood. We go with the birch UV plywood it's designed with engineering weights and dimensions that are able to be used on it. We are searching other different types of woods but the reason we currently use the plywood, we get the best cuts from it, from the birch. But in the future, we will have different selections of plywoods as well. Our other materials include sliders that are made from metal. All of our sliders are heavy duty, up to 250 pounds weight they can hold on them. But we are looking to what we make everything with and moving forward with that.
How do you test the materials that you choose for your products, especially with respect to extreme conditions? People use these off-road where there's a lot of vibrations, and they sit in the car where there's a lot of UV exposure. Have you ever seen failures that have led to product improvements?
We have. So in this case, what we do is we generally work with a person that we're going to fit the unit into the vehicle. Once we work with that person and get it installed in Jeeps, whatever the vehicle may be, once we get that installed, they are the ones that give us feedback within the first month. And we've experienced some rattling that we worked on with adding extra screws, adding extra anchor points. So we work closely with the customer when we first design the unit for the vehicle before we put them into production.
And what is Wheels Fields' stance on sustainability? Do you use recycled or eco-friendly materials in these systems?
We're actually a green company, so all the materials that we use are recyclable. So we do recycle all our goods, and look into the future, everything that we will use will be green type products.
Rob, let's talk about the use of AI at Wheels Fields. Could AI replace parts of your engineering process, or are there areas where human expertise is still required or dominates?
We are currently implementing AI to work in our system to be able to define all the measurements and dimensions of our units. We will initiate it first with the customers, and once we get it responding to the customers and we feel that we're comfortable with it, yes, there will be some additions to included into the engineering factor of the business.
And what tools are you currently using as part of the process, as part of the customers, for example?
So for the customers currently, we are using AI as one of the quick responses for any dimensions or any questions about the unit, but we are very involved with human contact or human verbal contact with the customers. So we're building a strong customer service team to help out.
Let's talk about logistics and shipping. Why does Wheelsfield offer expedited shipping if production speed stays the same? Is it about queue prioritization or are there other factors in play?
Our expedited shipping offer is for customers that come to our website and may have a trip coming. So we offer expedited fees. So we give ourselves room in our schedule for expedited orders so we can bump them up when customers request for a special order to have it sooner.
Good. It's nice to have that option. What's the biggest bottleneck currently in production and delivery, and what are you working on to mitigate it?
Our current bottleneck is supplies, of course. We're looking at different suppliers, so we have a backup supplier in most cases. But currently, with the tariffs that are going on right now, it seems to be our only bottleneck in production.
Let's talk about the future of Wheels Fields. Rob, what emerging technologies excite you the most as it relates to future product lines?
New processes in machining and being able to provide a unit that's universal for everyone, that we provide for.
Thinking about the future of the manufacturing operations that you have here in Houston, what is the future hold in terms of where you see the production going?
So what our goal is to shorten our lead time because we know generally our units are used for camping trips and stuff. We'd like to shorten our lead time so once you call us, you will get it in a lot quicker time than what you get it in now. Actually starting to stock some of our typical units so when you order, it's in your house within a week.
And what kind of things are you envisioning that the company can do to enact that?
So we're ramping up production. We've added a new machine this year, so we're adding a bunch of features in the shop to increase our output. So we're able to get to the point where we're able to put these on the shelf for us.
Awesome. That's great. Thanks, Rob.